Okay, here we go. We should be live. Should be looking at it right now. Here we go. It still looks black though. What the hell? Okay, hello. Hello. Everything should be fine. I'm looking at the table. I put a piece of paper down anyway, just because it's made of glass and it reflects. And yeah, if it's not super clean, like you just cleaned it and you just put my hand down, we just get dirty. And anyway, for whoever might come in afterwards and not watching this live, please skip a few minutes and be entertained. Right now, I'm just checking if everything is alright. Now, leave me a second. I'll go pick some of the cards, then we'll have a look at everything else. At first, of course, I'll show you the best I got, the one in the binder. And yeah, just a second. Okay, here we go. Will I be able to fit this underneath the stuff that I made? I have no idea. Let me just pick the microphone up. Does it fit? Yeah, kinda fits. This place is too small. I have to buy something to hold my phone up without having to have a box on each side of the table. It's pretty distracting. Also, as you can see, I just open it like this. It's not that interesting. Anyway, we're gonna look at every card like singularly. I removed it off the album, so you will be able to see everything that I got. Now, you have to adjust this. And I want, hello. Yeah, at some point I had to do the Yu-Gi-Oh stream. And yeah, I'm still trying to fix everything. Now, we'll go card for card. We'll talk about competitive Yu-Gi-Oh when they were used, if they were used, how good are they right now, and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm probably 4 or 5 months out of the competitive scene, but yeah, nothing should have changed since the True King of All Calamities and the other few cards from the Dryton were banned. There shouldn't have been another ban list, and the core set is coming out June, I guess. I'm not sure. Something is coming out in June. Maybe structure decks? Yeah, I'm not completely sure. I'm a few months out, but everything that I have here is, apart from some cards, pretty old. So I have all the information needed, unless some cards are just, you know, became good at some point. Anyway, we'll just start, and you can see almost everything. Anyway, the first one that I got to show you that I have on top is uh, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Of course, it's in Italian because, you know, because I am Italian. These came out from as was not maybe a starter deck or a structure deck. Yeah, it's probably not very viable. I don't know if you can see it's on focus, I guess. Anyway, not very expensive. It came out, well, everybody who bought that pack got it. So not very expensive. It's very cool to look at. I don't know if you can express how cool it is because it's, you know, this rarity. It looks very good with the lines and stuff. Yeah, well, hopefully you were able to see it. And yeah, after 2016, I believe it was, not many people use Blue White Dragon decks anymore. I still do because I like it. And I'm not playing competitively like at tournaments. So I'm fine, completely fine. Now we have a card that I bought, and yeah, I cried a little bit. It's $10. I'm kidding. About the $10, but I cried. I'm so stupid. Anyway, this should be in English, is it? No, it's not. It's an Ash Blossom. Basically, every deck has one. Is a hand trap. Let me translate as fast as I can, so you get the effect. When a card or an effect is activated, including any kind of effect, any kind of these effects, and they are the one listed, a fast effect, however you want to call it, you can discard, and block the effect. I don't know how to translate that. Well, I should know, but I'm not sure right now. Negate. Negate is the word I was looking for because Yu-Gi-Oh is a game that is, if you're using the wrong words, is bad. So, anyway, if anybody adds a card from the deck to the hand, the effect is negated. Um, a special summon from the deck, same thing, and then sending a card from the deck to the graveyard. And it's a heart once per turn. That's the last part of the effect. This is a pretty interesting card. Probably everybody knows about that. I have just one copy because I wanted to buy it because I like the card. Because in a more casual setting, with decks that are not that good, is actually not a good card. I found out. I've been playing with friends. It was like there wasn't really a moment where I was like, "Oh shit! If I had an Ash Blossom in my hand, I would have fucked him up." Because yeah, normal decks. I'm not using the word uh, like casual play or casual deck as you're not you don't know what you're doing, but it's like it's a cheap stuff. And yeah, there's not many things that you might do in that sense. Is they're not very combo heavy. Uh, you don't have to go through some cards. It's very particular play. And yeah, I played also against more competitive decks. And yeah, there, if you know what everybody else is playing, so let's say, well, at this point nobody uses it anymore, I think, since they banned Colossus, I guess. The Thunder Dragon deck, there, uh, doing that kind of stuff, that's pretty good. You have to block them coming out. You're probably not going to, but if they don't have a good hands or you're in the middle of the game, that's probably going to work. Then we go to Natura Exterior. I think the name is the very same in English. It's a good card to get out with Waking the Dragon. This should have a cover too, yeah. It's not worth much right now. It used to be a little bit more. And yeah, he has a negation per turn, so it's a pretty good card. And many of the cards that I have right here are not worth that much. Well, some are, I guess, depending on what I have. I'm not sure on some because I know they're not that expensive. Then we go to the card that, yeah, I bought it. I knew that they were gonna ban it. I knew it, but I said, you know what? It comes here. I'm probably going to play another month before it gets banned. And yeah, eBay had a problem. Well, the seller had a problem, and yeah, it took basically a month to get here. So I believe the day that I got it was like no, the day before I got the card, it got banned. So I never had a chance to use it. There was these friends of mine that I play with. They was like, okay, no, I don't have a card that I banned on my deck, so you can have them too. I was like, yeah, dude, but it's one day. I bought it. Let me try. And no, I couldn't. So yeah, I know it's good, but never could play it. And it was perfect for a deck that I got. Is a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. That amount of stars is perfect. I could use it a lot. All of your cards translated to Italian. What you mean by that? It's like, yeah, well, they print them like that. Many of those that I have here are in English just because I bought them like that, because they're actually cheaper in English. I don't know why, but for trading cards, uh, if you're like French, German, Italian, right? You get the cards in your own language, but they're more expensive. So like True King of all Calamities, I bought it for was like a super bargain because they were going to ban him. I believe $1 from the US, and right here, if I wanted to buy one in Italian, probably 5 or 6 for no reason. It's the same card. I don't know why. But yeah, they translate it. It used to be pretty big. Right now it's yeah, it died down a little bit, but yeah, we have them like that. Now we have number 75, Bamboozling Gossiping Shadow. This is an interesting card. If I remember correctly, okay. 2 plus level 3 monsters, so you can get up to 5, because well, Link monsters don't have levels. Okay, once per turn, when your opponent monster activates its effect, quick effect, you can detach two materials from this card. The activated effect become both players draw one card, and that's fine. You can target one other number, XYZ monster you control, attach this card as a material, transfer its material to that monster. So this is actually not bad. I don't believe that I've seen that before, but that's probably interesting with the Zodiacs. Maybe? I would believe that it's not a bad combo. There are probably not enough cards to make a deck out of it. I believe. I have a Zodiac deck that I might show you later. No, shoot. You know what I did? Uh, I use a scaffolding to keep my phone up, the box in which I have the decks. So yeah, I will have to. At some point, you will see everything move, just because yeah, I have to get rid of that. Anyway, then we have the well, the gods. The problem with these cards, well, they were never good competitively. Not really. Somebody tried, and I remember that, to use Obelisk because he has a little bit of protection. Ooh, this one I removed it off the thing. This one I believe they came out. It was LDK2, so it was maybe the pack, the super thing, the super big thing. You know, the big one that had all three inside. So not super hard to find. Anyway, Obelisk, it's a little bit better just because it has a little bit of protection apart from the basic one that all of them have, so you cannot interrupt the summon. That's the only good thing that they got. Is well, you tribute three monsters, but you got the good thing is that yeah, they cannot be negated. But with three freaking monsters on the field, I can do whatever the hell I want, and these are not good cards to get to it. Anyway, Obelisk was tried too. The Wind Dragon of Ra, there are still people that don't know how that card works. It's like, yeah, you don't have to pay life points to get it power, but then it will be useless. You would have a 0/0. Anyway, in Slifer, well, right now they're going to come out, and I believe it's in June. Structure decks about well about Ra, no, well not about Ra, about Slifer and Obelisk. So hopefully with that something good is going to happen. Then I have a Cerberus of yeah, I don't know. Well, I should have some copy in English somewhere. Let me see. We'll come back to these cards. But where are the links? Okay, here we are. Okay, it should be Nightmare Cerberus, the name of this card. It's a pretty good link monster. It takes two monsters with different names. If this card is linked summon, you can um, get rid of a card in your hand to then choose a monster that was special summoned in the main monster zone of the guy that you're playing with, and destroy it. If this card was co-linked while you did that, you can draw a card. So yeah, you can only use that once per turn. Okay, no, that's fine. And then when the effect, well, once per turn, okay. The co-linked monster you control cannot be destroyed by the effects of cards. So that's pretty nice. And they all work in unison. I should have all of them apart from one, because I don't remember if I don't have the one that was banned, or I don't have the one that was too expensive. I don't remember. I'm sorry about that. Now, let's go to the second page. Probably the best thing that I can do is just do this. open this up, and then do this. Okay, here we go. I have Red Eye Flame Metal Dragon. If I remember correctly, that card is not bad just for as a burn effect, I think, something like that. Negation and burn. Okay, and this is in English. Cannot be destroyed by effect of cards while it has an XYZ material. While this card has XYZ materials, each time your opponent activates a card or effect, inflict 500 damage to your opponent immediately after he resolves. Okay, so he doesn't have a negate, but he has a burn effect, so I remember that correctly. Now, once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach one material from this card and then target one red eye normal monster from your graveyard and special summon it. So it's done like he has a 7 stars. It's a grade in English, something like that, because it's not level, it's grade. I don't know. Anyway, so you can use the normal red eye to summon it, and so you could get it back. That's basically that part of the effect. But yeah, probably the burn that maybe people. Well, I believe they used to use burn decks, but I don't believe they're there anymore. Anyway, now we get to the good cards, the extremely good cards. Cyber Dragon Infinity. If you don't have one of these cards, it's like $1.50. Well, I paid that amount. It's super good. Now, I read you the fact, and it's awesome. Now, once per turn, you can also summon this card by using Cyber Dragon Nova. That is this card, okay, as a material. So just that, and the materials that are underneath Nova are transferred. That has to be specified. Now it gains 200 attack for each material attached to it. So you can also use, probably not in a light machine deck, but yeah, if you have a lot of level 3 monsters, I believe those cards, I don't remember how they're called, like constellations, should have a ton of level 3 that if you have one, you can keep summoning them onto the field and they're light. So maybe you can do something with it. Yeah, maybe. Well, if it's not something that is actually have been used before, it's probably not a good thing. Unless it's something we did not think about it. Anyway, now we get to the effect part from the ones that are relevant when it's summoned. We go ahead and talk about. Okay, once per turn, you can target one face-up attacking position monster on the field, attach it to this card as a material. So you snatch it, and that's fine. So the adversary cannot use it. It's a target in effect. So you have the problem that if that monster is immune to targeting, yeah, you cannot do anything about it. Anyway, and the other effect, once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. The fact that it destroys it, it's not bad, unless you're playing with something that wants stuff in the graveyard. But in that case, it wouldn't be baited. Well, you would have to know what the other guys is using. So, yeah, that's also something that might happen. Now we go ahead. Cyber Dragon Nova. It's basically, I don't even remember what it does because I don't know. Sometimes I just forget stuff. Okay, 2 level 5 machine monster, so that's pretty easy to put down. Now what the? Okay, no. So somebody was calling me. I didn't realize it. Okay, once per turn, you can detach one material from this card. Target one Cyber Dragon in your graveyard. Special summon that card. Once per turn, quick effect. You can banish one Cyber Dragon from your hand or face up on the monster zone, and this card gains 200 attack until the end of this turn. Okay, if this card is in your possession, is sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon one Machine Fusion monster from your next deck. Okay, so that has a little bit of a better protection. I mean, in case there's a way to put on the field to level 5 machine monster is actually pretty easy, and I believe one is like I don't remember the name. It's like Light Knight, something like that. It's a level 5. You discard a card and you can summon another one from your deck. Something like that. It's something super stupid and super easy. The card I don't have it because it costs $10 because it's actually super easy. If you get them down, if somebody negates your Cyber Dragon Nova, you get a fusion for free, or you get into Cyber Dragon Infinity. So it's not a bad choice. Yeah, those I have this card. Well, there's the gold value wherever the heck. They have too many rarities in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I just don't remember the name sometimes. Anyway, one is number C40, and this one I cannot see it, and I don't remember. Oh, number C6. Yeah, I have them. I found them in a pack. That's why they're there. Anyway, let's go ahead. Number S39, Utopia the Lightning. It's in Italian, but I remember the name is that. And this is a very good card. Oh my god. Okay. This does free monsters, light monsters, level 5. Okay, you can basically rank up these off of a normal Utopia. That it's way easier to get to level 4 monsters. It's actually pretty easy to get two on the field. I remember right now, I remember the effects of the cards, but I don't remember the names. There is like, okay, let's say you're putting down a level 4 Dark Monster. There are like 2 or 3 cards that I remember just right now the picture. There's like a little black lizard. If you have a summon the level 4 monster, you can just special summon it for free. So you have already an Utopia, and you can rank up right away. So it's one turn move. So it's pretty easy to put down. If I remember correct, I don't remember the effect, but I believe it was pretty good. This one you use it to basically bypass indestructible monsters. Yeah, the ones that like they cannot be affected by any effects of the cards, but you can still run them over. So I don't remember how, but this should get 5,000 attacks. Anyway, okay, you transfer. Okay, okay, you cannot be used as a material for an XYZ summon. Okay, if this card fights, whatever you want to call it, uh, your opponent cannot activate cards until the end of the damage step. So, okay, that's good. Once per chain. So, yeah, once per chain. For every chain that starts, you can do that again. Um, during the calculation of the damages, if this card is, well, fighting with another card, I don't know what we want to call it, you can detach 2 materials, and well, you need to have an Utopia underneath it, but you usually do. This card gets 5,000 attacks, so okay, that works like that. If you're punching with another card, detach 2 materials, 5,000, and you run over wherever the hell, everything. Yeah, I have a number C39, Utopia 5 Raid. I don't remember. I don't know how that will be called in English, but it's a bad card. I just have it because I have a lot of Utopias. You have the normal one. This came out of, yeah, it's YS12, so it's probably you say no you say it's the one from the other series. I don't remember the name of the protagonist, but usually is name the protagonist as 12 is 2012, I guess, something like that. Anyway, this comes from the stretcher deck, or a starter deck. That's why I said that, because there's like the ones with Yugi and stuff like that. That I also have cards from that has basically Yugi is the stuff. Okay, hope that was not such bad of a rambling. Anyway, let's plunk this back in and go ahead. Now we're getting to the cards that I love. I personally love the deck, and you can buy it for basically nothing. Zodiacs. They're not as good as they used to. So, well, they ban a ton of cards, but yeah, Zodiacs are very good. The perk of the deck is basically um, there are all level 4 monsters. When you put them down, they have a normal effect. It's like getting one back from the graveyard or putting one there to get another one from the deck, stuff like that. You know, it's all monster related. And he also has an effect that he gains, that he gives to these ones, to the Xyz that you rank on top of them, and you just need one to rank on top of them. So what that basically means is, uh, well, I should probably should I get if somebody's here listening, yeah, because I'm not looking at the screen right now. Can you tell me if you want to see this done? So I pick the deck and show you how that works, because I don't know if just talking about it is enough. Anyway, whenever you can, and now just keep going. So let's say you put down a Zodiac monster, one. You can just go directly into another one of these. So, well, no, probably it's not necessary to show you, but I explained that well enough. Anyway, all of them have a different effect. The only one that I don't have, well, right here I don't have all of them. I have them inside the deck. Is Broad Ball. Broad Ball has been banned, so I don't own one. Basically that's how that works. And they're pretty interesting. Now we have Gaia Dragon Thunder Charger. This one I got it from. It's from America. You can see there are different cards. I don't know how any of you get them, but here are in Europe at least are different. I look at this card, right? It's like super lucid. I guess that's a word that can be used in this situation instead of the normal cards there, just like this. This is Italian, so I'm 100% sure this is European because sometimes you don't know. And this is like more bold. I don't know what to say. It's just that looks like it. Anyway, you probably not be able to see as well from there, but that's fine. Virtual World Long Long. Now, what happens is, yeah, I started building a Virtual World deck. I don't have that many cards, but what I usually do is like I print them, like I have proxies to test them out and then finish mine them. Now, later, I'll show you the decks. I also have more interesting cards in there. This is just what didn't make the cut inside the decks. And what happens is, yeah, I keep trying them. I test the deck with the friends of mine. And yeah, so I don't want to buy like, okay, right now, the most used deck is, I don't know, Full Metal Alchemist, just to give something random. I don't want to like okay, I'm spending $100, $200, and I'll buy it, and then I don't like to use it, or the way it works is not something that I like, so I don't use it at its maximum potential. That's something that I would hate. So I print up. I have some cards just to start. Then I search online. I look at probably I don't know 10, 15 decks of people that have already done that. Then I put my own ideas because, well, I have a back catalog in my head of cards that I was like, oh, okay, I could use that, and then I try out a lot of stuff. That's basically what I do. I usually start looking at other people videos just to see more of the core of the deck because usually it's the same. And I'm not saying like 30 cards out of 40 everybody has the same because that's not how it works. It used to be. It used to be. When I was very little, it was just like that. Now, right now, it's more of a mixed thing. What happens is there's probably, I don't know, if you're playing Zodiacs, right? You need to have a copy of Trident. I believe the name is. I don't have the cards on me right now. Sorry. You use it because it's a good card. It's a negate. But if you don't know the deck as well, and you have just seen, I don't know, a few cards and say, oh, this might work, you need to know about that card. So that's why I look into those kind of things. Now, I've been rambling quite a bit about nothing, so just keep going. Number 101, Silent Honor Arc. It's Now this is an interesting card. It's still two level 4 monsters. And what it does is you can detach two materials from this card, then target one special summon monster your opponent controls face up attack position, attach it to this card as material. You can only use the effect of this card once per turn. If this card face up on the field would be destroyed by by a battle or card effect, so basically everything, you can detach one material from this card instead. So that's pretty interesting. It's a very good card, and it was, if I remember correctly, one of the first few Xyz monsters. So well, it's probably not as good anymore, but I will still use it. It's not a bad card. Now let's go ahead. Drill Driver Vespanado. Yeah, that's my English pronunciation of words that maybe should be sounding better in Italian, I guess. Vespinato. Oh, it's better, is it? I don't know. Anyway, what this card does, I don't even remember. It's a level 5 monsters. Once per turn, you can also, well, summon this card by using one rank 4 XYZ monster. Okay, so it's a rank in English, not grade. Sorry. Okay, you transfer the materials. This card cannot be used as an XYZ summon material. So okay. This card attacks and defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. Okay, this card has piercing damage, not that interesting. This has 2500 attack. Okay, if the monster card you wanna control is destroyed by an opponent card, you can target one level 5 lower monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Okay, and it's not bad per se, but yeah, I wouldn't use it. I mean, if you need to get back something, but it would waste a spot in your extra deck, I believe, with that. Or you either have everything that is like rank 4. If everything you got is rank 4, maybe it's something that you might think you could use it. Then we have this card that is directly from the anime. That's why I have it right here. Number 83, Galactic Queen, I guess would be the name in English. The effect is something that I don't remember. Free level 1 monster, oh god. Once per turn, you can detach one XYZ material from this card until the end phase of your opponent. The monster you control cannot be destroyed in battle. Okay, so a little bit of protection. And if they attack a monster in defense position, ooh, the other guy gets uh well gets a difference. It's like reverse piercing damage. Now it's not bad, but if you have to rely on being on the defensive side, it's probably not as good. It's not as good because you want to attack. If you have to change everything to defense position just to be able to keep up, the other guy won't attack, just won't attack. So it's probably not a bad card, but he has to rely too much on your adversary doing stuff. So yeah, that's a little bit of advice from me. Now let's keep going. We're getting into the Synchro era. They're probably more interesting cards. Then right here I have the end traps that I own. Now, okay, we have good. I don't know how this will be in English. Starlight Dragon. Can you see it? I guess. Well, I don't believe I have to tell anybody what the effect is. It's probably the most known cards apart from Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician, probably. Then we have Dragon Black Rose, I guess. Then, dude, I don't know the name in English, but these are the Signer Dragons, so every single person on the planet knows them. Now, of this one, I wanted to build a Shooting Starlight Dragon deck. It's just for fun, really. So I have 3 copies of this. Now the other 2 they were given to me for free. So there was this guy on this site. I was just like, okay, dude, I want to buy, and there's an app, a market for that. I was like, okay, dude, I would like to buy. I think from that guy about the free copies of this, and he told me, hey, you know what? I'll give you this one for free. I was like, okay, thank you. And this one I got it from a friend that bought free, but it was like if you buy just 4 cards, you pay the same amount. I was like, dude, buy the one more, and he didn't want the money back. Anyway, I have the three. This should be the Northic gods. I'm guessing. I should be more prepared about this kind of stuff. It's like it's in English and in Italian. I don't know. Anyway, very bad cards. I don't believe I have to say anything about that. Just bad cards. Now, right here, you can see, and if you play a little bit competitively, you probably know about these cards. And also about this card. It was used with True King of all Calamities. Now, Dragus Synchro Crystal Wing should be the name. This is an Omni Negate, if I don't remember correctly. It's very long, and I should translate it, and this will take too much time. Sorry about that, but it should be an Omni Negate, and you can get it out with just one card, and it is called the Wind Witch Engine. And I also have all the cards to do that, and this is one of the cards that you have to pass through because this one requires a synchro non-tuner monster, and this one the one that you're going to use. Now let me get and show you right now before passing to anything else. Well, this is fine, so just can plop it back here. I should have them in the last page, I'm guessing. Oh, we have Exodia here. We're talking about that later. It should be right on the back here. Okay, here we go. This is the Wind Witch engine. They are uh, Wind Bell, Snow Bell, and the last one is this one, Ice Bell. I'm guessing I'm translating just right, just like directly what it is, and not because I don't know exactly the names. Then we have one of the first Synchro Monsters that it wasn't that bad because there were not that many. Is Gaia the force of nature? I no of Earth, I guess. So it's a 2600, and it just takes a tuner and a non-tuner monster, so it's generic. And it was back in the day, as soon as the Synchro came out, a pretty good one. And that is just because, yeah, there were not that many choices. So at 2600, as soon as they came out, and generic one, many people had them in their decks. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Now we have the X Sabers guys. We have Umbrellum and Wayne. And, well, never use them. I believe they were given to me by a friend. Yeah, I have them here because I just do. I had more spaces. Anyway, now who can forget this card? Um, Not bad. And okay, so right now we can just go ahead and talk in a little bit about the hand traps that I have. Now, I don't know if I can translate this. And as I can see, yeah, they're all in Italian. We have Ghost, Reaper, and Winter Flowers. I guess. I don't know, guys. Sorry about that. I have no idea how this is called. And whatever it does, I do remember it should be one of the bad ones. Then we go ahead. Uh, Bell, Ghost, and Haunted Mansion, something like that. That this is a card that I actually like because the effect is, it's like Ash Blossom. It goes, okay, whatever happens, what if any of these cards, if any effect is activated that does one of the three things, you cancel it. Uh, you block it. I don't know how to say it in English. Okay. So, if somebody adds a card from the graveyard to the hand, or extra deck, or deck, if somebody special summons from the graveyard, or if somebody banish a card from the graveyard, you negate the effect. So that's pretty interesting. Oh, of course, once per turn. And then we have Effect Veiler. Of that one, I know the name because, yeah, this one I found in a pack. I didn't have to buy it. It's actually pretty good. Um, well, now that we have infinite impermanence, it's not really anymore. But during the main phase of your opponent, you can, well, discard this card to the graveyard. You can choose one monster with an effect on the field, and during your main phase, I don't know if I already said that. No, yeah, during the main phase, that's the first part. The effect of that monster are, well, negated, I guess. This should be a translation, and it is a quick effect, so it's pretty good. We have this add one. Do you remember this one? Every time your adversary summons one or more monsters during the main phase or in the battle phase, you gain life points as equal as the amount of attack that they got. So, yeah, if you use this card, because you have to put them to use it first, it's like just not summoning this turn. Unless it's a strange situation where like you need to, or else yeah, it doesn't block that much, does it? Now let's go ahead. Here I have some other more interesting cards, just because they are cool, more than anything else. Okay, then in a little bit I would have to go. I have to go work outside. I have a few stuff to do. Anyway, this is also found in a pack, so it's just there for a reason. This card, you don't have to tell you what it is. Supreme Dragon Chimera attack, also gold. Then we have the Dragon Maiden. The four, I believe. Well, there's maybe five, I'm guessing. Apart from the dragon forms and the fusions wherever, just these one should be all of them. Apart from one that just cost like $50, and I'm not paying for them. Yeah, not a few gold cards. I don't know why I have all of them. I just have them. And now we get into some links and some interesting cards. Now, this card, in these conditions, it's worth like $10, and it's destroyed. You can see, yeah, it's been cut, basically cut through the center. A friend of mine gave it to me. As you can see, the other ones, they're just mine, and they have been here for quite a long time. They're in good condition. Now, we have Firewall Dragon Dark something. This one was given to me by a friend. It's bad. Now we have Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Griffin, I guess, Nightmare Siren, and then Nightmare Unicorn. These are all the nightmares, apart from the one that is on the other. It should be five, so that's all of them. I'm guessing. I'm not 100% sure. Now, then we have this is RP Feather Duster, the card that I showed you before. This is actually pretty good. Revealing Light, Sword. Dude, this is hard. Anyway, now we get to the interesting stuff. And we are almost done with this. I have the decks too, but I don't know. I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache. I don't know if we're gonna finish this. Okay, Exodia, the Forbidden One. Now, what? There are many misconceptions about this card. Well, of course, you probably nobody here. Well, the two people that are here had never seen it. But I made a video, my native language, about this guy. It's like 15 minutes video just talking about it. Uh, it's bad. He has one recently, and we recently, I mean, a few years ago, in a local, so not very high level. But yeah, I still use because people like it. But yeah, many people say like, okay, they are limited, and they have been limited to one copy, because or else they would be too strong of a deck. Absolutely not. They're limited for the lore reason. That's why. Because why would you start a card? Basically, when they came out, they were already limited to one. If it's not a lore thing, because they don't test the cards, and that's obvious. Because yeah, they have to make emergency ban lists and stuff like that. So back in the day, they wouldn't have never gotten like tests, play tests. to see if these cards were so good that I had to limit it before they came out. So that's for sure not a reason why they're strong. Now, I've won sometimes with this. It's it's just there's a deck that I could build. I have all the cards, but yeah, right now I'm not using it. It's Blue Eyes White Dragon and Exodia deck because you use all the cards from Blue Eyes White Dragon just to keep drawing cards and yeah, just wait, hope for the best and get all 5 pieces. That's basically it. Now, this is interesting cards. The legendary Exodia Incarnate. This one has protection from everything. It's a good card. Contract with Exodia gets you Exodia Necros. Yeah, not that good. Obliterate. This is like a page with all Exodia cards that I got. And then we should be. This we have already. So we have a Relinquished. This is an extremely old one. And well, it's not worth a lot, but well, a little bit. It's worth a little bit. 5, 6, 7, something like that. Don't remember correctly. Time passes. Okay, right here. We already seen the Windwitch engine. We have Blue Eyes Final Dragon, I guess. Well, not that bad of a card, I guess. It's a limited edition, so I believe I got it in some kind of a tin, I guess. Then we have Final Dragon. Final Cyber Dragon. I guess the name will be in English. Eater Romelians. This is an enormously good card. I love that card. And then we have the promotional cards of the Egyptian God. This is the ones that you cannot use while playing the game officially. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. And now we can go ahead and talk about the decks a little bit, if you want to. Okay, I would have to get... Yeah, I hope I don't break the phone. Because, yeah, that would be bad. There will be no videos forever, I guess, if that happens. Yeah, buying one that has a semi-decent camera, it's a bit too expensive. For me, at least. Maybe you can buy 13 of them. I don't know. Okay, let me pick this up. I'm sorry for whoever is listening. Okay, let me get this out. Yeah, everything will be black for a couple of seconds. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. One deck, 2 decks, 3 I have just 3 of them? Oh, no, okay, well, here we go. Okay, plug that back in. Here I have also all the Magic the Gathering decks. At some point, I don't know, I might make a video about that, but, well, the channel is... Well, most of the people are here for the drawings. But they're not here in the lives for the drawings. But they, well, I got quite a few subs just from those. Now I had to just wait a second. Okay, here we go. You should, yeah, okay, you're seeing stuff. Okay, let me pick out the Blue Eyes deck. This is almost complete. I've been working on it for quite a while. Not everything is decided yet. Like the extra deck, the extra deck is not completed yet. The deck is almost. Now this deck revolves around Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. This one is in English because it was cheaper. And Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. I believe I have a couple copies. Yeah, this one is in Italian. And also this one. I have one in English and 2 in Italian. Now these ones are... I was looking for... These are rank 8. I was also looking for some rank 9s. I wanted True King of all Calamities. The problem is, yeah, it was banned. So it's not going to happen, is it? So these are just to help me out. There are some just to run over monsters. It's just for that reason. Now let's go through the deck, and yeah, then we close up. The other ones are just basically I have 3 or 4 cards. I might show you um, the Eldritch and Zodiac deck. There I have all the Zodiac's part. I don't have the other part. Okay, here we go. Here I have Master with Eyes of Blue, 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon, uh, Tribute, Torrential Tribute, I guess it's the name of this card. This is very good because it destroys all the monsters on the field, but if you have Azure Eye Silver Dragon or your monster unprotected, I think, yeah, destroyed by card effects. Yeah, all the dragons, and this is basically, apart from the spellcaster, these one are not supposed to stay on the field. They're like, you put them down, then you use the effect. So that's actually pretty good. Then I should have around here 3 copies of Mausoleum of White that allows me to have another normal summon other than a level 1 monster. And there are also monsters that allow me to summon more, so I just keep going. That's what I should do with the deck. Now we have Melody of Awakened Dragons. Discard 1 card and add up to 2 dragon type monster with 3000 or more attack and 2500 or less defense. This is good for if you want to make a combo with Blue Eyes White Dragon and Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, because if you don't have any of the two on in your hand, you can just pick the 2 up, show the other guys a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then summon the alternative dragon. That I don't have any copies now. Like as you can see right now, some are still like this because those are cards that I had, but yeah, still printed. Because well, the ones that I bought, like this one, I had 1 copy, so I bought 2. This one, the deck was not ready yet. Trade in for what the state of the deck was before. It wasn't that useful because I didn't have that many level 8 monsters. But now I do, and I should buy it. This is trade in. Discard 1 level 8 monster, draw 2 cards. That's pretty interesting. This one and a copy of this. This allows me to pick from the deck whatever kind of monster, level 1 monster I want. It has to be a light type, but if you don't summon it, you have to spend 2000, you take 2000 damages. Sometimes it's just good. If you want to get an Effect Veiler, that is an end trap, you pay 2000. Can you take it? Depends on the situation. Then we have Maiden with Iris Blue. This requires, the problem with this card, it's pretty good because you can basically just summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from hand, deck, or graveyard, but it requires your adversary, your opponent, to attack you or use effect on this card. So it doesn't happen that often. Another Transfer Tribute, another one of these. Okay, this is just a stand-in. I have just one. I think the name should be like Sprite DD, something like that. You can special summon this card for free. You can special summon it. He's a tuner also, so that's pretty good for the other ones. And yeah, you can banish the card. So let's say I have a monster and I have Torrential Tribute. What I would do is chain these two. So I could get rid of the monster I want to keep, gets banished. This one is summoned. Since a monster has been summoned, I can use Torrential Tribute and destroy everything. And in the next turn, I'll get back the monster that I used. So that's just more, just there. Yeah, Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. I still have it as a proxy. I have to buy it. Bottomless Trample. It's just there because I don't know yet what to do with it. This one allows me to summon another one level 1 monster, so that's pretty good. And if I destroy one from the field, I can summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from my hand. So sometimes that works. Another one of these, another one of this, another one of these. Okay, here we go, here we go. Okay. The White Stone of Ancients. That's pretty good. If your adversary destroys it, and in the end phase, you can get back from the graveyard a Blue Eyes White Dragon and add it to your hands. Yep. Well, it has 2 effects. One is that, and the other one is this, that you can summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck. You cannot use both of them at the same time, but yeah, you should be able to use it at the end phase of your opponent. I mean, I think. Okay, well, this card, of course, special summon one monster. This one, I have the for real, but I didn't want to put it on the deck. This is, huh, Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, should be. Hand Trap, pretty good one. Okay, here we go. Ooh, this one is nice. Oh no, I have a real copy of this one. Okay, Dragon Spirit of White, that's pretty good. It counts as a normal monster and as a blue eye monster, so you can use all the effects. And that's it, this is the deck. I could show you the, well, I probably will, but that is basically, it's on the early stages. I've been using it, and, but yeah, it's basically how I got it online. It's from a guy that actually knows what he's talking about. And I'm trying to build it, maybe change it for myself, but I found out that just like that is just, it's just good enough. Because yeah, if somebody that is good makes it, there's not that much that you would like to change. Or probably just something that like my preferable playstyle, I guess. Oh no, this is not it. This is Six Samurai. I'm building one. Of these cards, I basically have 4 or 5, I'm guessing, something like that. And yeah, I'm building it from scratch, so this is taking quite a long time. Yeah, I might show someday as soon as this is done. Now, let me take out, should be right here. There's is written zoo on top, so maybe it's this one. Well, maybe not. Could be not. Is it this one? Oh yes, it is. Okay, pretty good. Okay, this is the extra deck. Well, you have seen most of these cards. Borrow. This card costs too much and never gonna buy it. It's like 60 bucks. Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. Sky Thunder. He has or to go down. I don't know. Never gonna buy it. I wanted to try the deck anyway. So that's pretty good. This is basically if an XYZ monster attacks, you can summon it on top. And the other effect is basically destroys everything but himself. It's like a Judgment Dragon. Kind of like that. Then you have some random stuff that I got it from the deck of that guy. Oh, Zodiac Tiger Mortar. This one, it was not on the deck, inside the thing. Also this one, Trident. I told you that I had all of them apart from the one that is being banned, and so they're all here. Then I have Borderload something. Yeah, the names are just bad. Yeah, I don't know. Link Spider, okay, of course. And another copy of Tiger Mortar, just have one. Okay, so this is basically done, the extra deck. The deck is just, look at this. Well, Eldritch is just the Eldritch engine, normal. And yeah, mixed in, these are all Eldritch cards and Zodiac cards. The Book of Moon, Elixir of Scarlet Sanguine. These are all the engine. Basically, if you search for it, that's just basically the engine. And yeah, and in the middle of this there are all the Zodiac cards that I have. I didn't show you. I have all of them. I don't know what oh no, I'm missing one that costs 6 bucks. But yeah, it's not even on this deck, so I'm fine with that, I guess. I guess. Anyway, this is basically everything, and yeah, I would have to see. Yeah, if my headache passes a little bit because I have to go work outside, and yeah, quite a lot also I have to do. I have to work on tomatoes. I have to dig the holes where the water will be. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this I believe will be everything. I hope, Dudesy, that you liked it. This video was basically requested from him. It's also something different that I do that is not just drawing. I'm looking to see what works, if people watch this kind of stuff. Because in the drawing I get like a couple of people, as I do right here. I don't know if it is just the same people or not, or what it is. But yeah, if people like, I mean, in the first one I got a couple of subs, and then just nothing. I don't know. I don't know how YouTube works. Uh, yeah, as I heard, lives are pretty good, but probably I'm too small and I'm still too small to be able to attract people. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Anyway, hope you liked it. Next time we will go back to drawing and talking about TV shows, movies, and comics, and well, maybe origin stories and stuff like that about the stuff that I draw. I was thinking about something for the next time. I'm still not sure what that would be, but yeah, I should also probably just program them on YouTube. You can just say, okay, we'll be going live in like 5 hours, so maybe people just they receive a notification, they might just look at it. Okay, so yeah, this is everything. I hope you enjoyed, and I have seen that somebody has left. And thank you. See you next time.